Hi and welcome to our channel. In this video, I'm going to answer 5 questions regarding work permit extension in Canada. My name is Marilene Quintana. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and Director of Operations at eVisa Immigration. Our mission is to provide valuable tips and advice regarding Canadian immigration and assist you to become a successful immigrant in Canada. If you like this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click on the little bell right below this video to receive weekly notifications of our new videos. A work permit is a document that authorizes foreigners to work temporarily in Canada for a Canadian employer. There are different types of work permits, and each of them will be issued with a certain validity period and eventually will become expired. When your work permit expires, you are expected to stop working immediately and leave Canada. However, you also have some options to extend your stay in Canada, as long as you take action before your document validity expires. Question number 1. How can I extend my stay as a worker in Canada? Before you can extend your stay as a worker, you need to understand what's the basis of your extension. For example, if your work permit was issued based on a LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment, you are required to request your employer to prepare and submit a new LMIA application before you can send an extension for a work permit. If that's your situation, you need to prepare a way in advance, at least 6 months before your work permit expires. If your work permit was issued based on an international agreement, for example, working holiday visa or young professionals, in most categories, you are not allowed to submit a second application. You are allowed to extend your permit. However, you need to find a new basic category in order to extend. So for that extension, it is required some planning and you must talk to a consultant. After working in Canada, in most cases, you are ready to transition to permanent residency. And once you have an application for permanent residency, this also gives basis for you to extend your work permit. So you can continue working in Canada while waiting for your permanent residency application to be approved. This is called bridging open work permit, and in most cases, this can be used as the basis for your extension. In some cases, if you qualify for a provincial nomination, you are also entitled to have a work permit based on that nomination that has been issued. So that can be also an alternative for you to extend your stay as a worker. There are very important things that you must know when extending your stay as a worker. If you submit your application while your permit is still valid, but before a decision is made on your application, your permit has expired, because you submit an application before its expiry date, you are under maintained status, which means you can continue working in Canada until a decision is made on your application. But be aware, if you apply for another type of permit, for example, a study permit or a visitor record, you are not allowed to continue working until a decision is made. You have to stop working once your permit expires. However, you are allowed to stay in Canada until a decision is made on your new application. Another very important point to consider is that some of your Canadian documents are linked to the validity of your work permit. For example, your provincial health care. In most cases, you can only extend your coverage once you have the new document handy. Question number 2. Can I apply to extend a work permit from inside Canada? Yes, you can apply for extension of status of your work permit inside Canada as long as the basis of your application authorizes you to do so. As an example, you may apply for an extension of your work permit from within Canada if your employer gets a new LMIA for you, or if you qualify for any of the LMIA exemption categories that require or not support of your employer. If you applied for permanent residency and qualify for a bridging open work permit, if your spouse qualifies for LMIA and then you can apply for a company spouse of a skilled worker, if you receive the provincial nomination, or if your spouse received the provincial nomination, and many other ways that you can discuss on a consultation. Question number 3. What to do if my work permit has already expired? If the expiry occurred within the last 90 days, you can still apply for a restoration as a worker. In this case, you cannot work while waiting for the decision of your new work permit, and you must pay an additional fee to process your restoration on top of the regular processing fees. If it has been more than 90 days that your work permit has expired, in most cases, the best way is for you to leave Canada and reapply from outside Canada. Question number 4. I have applied for a new work permit. Can I stay in Canada if my work permit expires? As explained before, if you applied before the expiry date of your previous work permit, you can stay in Canada until a decision is made on your application. If you held a work permit before and you are applying for a new work permit, you are under maintained status. You can continue working in Canada under the same conditions. Question number 5. How do I prove to my employer that I can continue working in Canada under maintained status? On the IRCC website, there is information that you are allowed to work under maintained status. So you can print that page and show to your employer. It is also important to demonstrate that you had a previous work permit, so provide a copy of your previous work permit, a copy of your submission confirmation, which proves that you have submitted a new application before the expiry date of the previous work permit, and also a copy of the payment of the processing fees of your new application. Altogether, should be enough to prove to your employer that you are allowed to work. If you require any assistance at eVisa Immigration, we can provide a professional letter that explains and validates to your employer that you are authorized to work in Canada. In some cases, the government has been issuing a letter that informs that you are entitled to work while waiting for a decision on your application. If you have received this letter, you can present that one to your employer. I hope you enjoyed all information shared in this video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know in the comments right below this video. The Visa Group specializes in all steps that you need to make Canada your home. We can assist you with visa, immigration, citizenship, career consulting, and also education. Together, we can make Canada your home. If you would like to have a professional assistance, feel free to contact us on the contact information in the description of this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.